potato burger. What's up guys, welcome to my channel. And I had another channel, but this one I just started, so we can consider it as a new one. Whatever, so today's video is gonna be a story time. I really hope you're gonna like it, so ne perdons pas de temps and let's get on the video.
I know you got all dressed up for the club, waiting on Nick come pick you up, baby. I'm sure you got.
So, let's start with my childhood. I born and raised in Paris, France, and and I went to school at Île-de-France, Saint-Ouen. I don't know, maybe you know it for my French follower, you know. And yes, that was great. The beginning was pretty normal, but then that was so bad, like totally so bad. You know, people in France usually are not really open-minded, so when you are in school, you know, we all have like different kind of problems. So I started to study at school. I'm repeating myself, this is so bad. But then I discovered that I really didn't had like so many friends. I was alone, you know, like I didn't had many friends, and that was really bad for me. Like I was sad, you know. The morning when I was supposed to go to school, I was like, no, I don't want to go. And then it increased. That was so bad. So I was like, it's okay, you know. My mom was telling me, you know, this happened to everyone because you are in school. We are all children, so this is totally normal. But then when I went to middle school, that was so bad. Like that was a very bad memory. So I was in 6e, and that was like I had some 2 or 3 friends. I was normal, you know, but then, and I remember this girl, and oh my god, that was so bad. Like I already felt different, you know, but not in the bad way, but usually in the normal way, you know, the good way. That was like I had my own style and I had my own personality, and I was like I felt like people were like, so like I don't know how can I describe it, but those kind of people, I call them haters. So like they were like, you know, when they see somebody different, they're like, oh, you know what, we don't like this person, we don't like the way she acts, and then the problem can start. So as I said, like I had my own personality and my own style, so I that was original, you know. But then people were like starting to get in trouble with me. Like they came, for example, I remember this day I was at school, my teacher wasn't here. So when usually in France, yes, and usually when you don't have, I mean when your teacher is not here, like you go in another room and you study or you do something, but you cannot go outside and just go back home and whatever. So my teacher wasn't here, and I went to this room and with other students, and then this girl came, and I first like I didn't pay attention to her. I was on my stuff, you know, and she came and she was like, hey, what? She was like, hey, what the fuck is going with you? And I was like I didn't get it. Like I can't deal with it. I was like, I don't understand, like what's wrong? And she started screaming and to try to move my stuff, and I was like, really? And you know, when I was in the middle school, I wasn't like that, you know. I wasn't this too much very how can I say it? Comment tu dis? Confident? Yeah, I wasn't confident, you know. So I didn't say anything. I was like, please don't talk to me. And I keep reading me like, please don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to get in trouble. So please go away. And I was talking like that very normally. And she was like, listen, girl, I don't want to talk to you. And I was like, so why you came? And then she took my stuff and she pushed it away. So, okay. And then I just get off my chair, took my stuff and go out. So, you know, this example was, wow, that was a bad first memory of my middle school year. And then So yeah, when I went back to home, like I didn't say anything to my parents. You know, I was scared because I know if I tell my parents, I know they would go to school and they would see this girl, so it would be like more and more problem. So yeah, I wasn't this much confident. So then, you know, year after year, c'est chelou ça. Day after days, you know, week after week. So this girl keep continue like bullying me. That's how we say it. So and then she was with one another friend. Oh my god, that was so bad. We went we went to see a teacher, you know, my math teacher, I remember. It's a dédicace. And like I was here on my table and she was behind me. And I have my little like, you know, I have my stuff, you know, my math book and stuff like that. And then one of her friend was here and she was there, okay? So I was like that, writing on my book, listen to the teacher, and her friend came in this side. So she was like, hey Jasmine, so I turned my head, hey. And the other friend took my stuff. Like I was like, what's wrong? And then I turned behind and then I was like, this is not funny, like, can you give me back my stuff? And she was like, what? She was so dumb. She was like, what? We didn't took anything. And I was like, you took my stuff, so please give it back to me. And she was like, listen, we are not going to give you back your stuff. So I didn't say anything. I turned back. I was looking at my teacher. Je faisais des grands signes de détresse. And then, because I was so scared, and she was like, if you talk to the teacher, we will see after. And I was like, oh my god. And this time at the middle school, I didn't have my phone. I didn't have phone, so I couldn't tell nobody, none of my parents or whatever. And then I said, you know what, Jasmine, the best thing to do is just to tell the teacher in front of everyone. And that was the bad idea. So I was like that, and the teacher said, yes, Jasmine. And I was like, she took my stuff. And then she took everything. She was like, what? Didn't took anything. And I was like, of course you did. And now the trouble started. So that was pretty bad for me. So you know what, maybe it's bad, but you have to do it. Like if I can give you an advice, just tell it. If you close your mouth, this is the end for you. So yes, I told my teacher, and then the teacher said, okay, can you give me back her stuff? So then she gave it back. She said, oh, they are just here, I didn't sew it. Like, you took it and you say you didn't sew it, whatever. So she gave it back to me, and then she took everything, and I say, oh, you didn't give me back my pencil case. Yes. So she had my pencil case, you know, and I was like, you didn't give me back my pencil case. And then she took my pencil case like that, and she pushed it on my face, and I was like, oh my god. And she said, you know what, I gave it back, I gave it your stuff all back for you. So now when the class is the end, we will see. And I was like so scared. So when the class ended up, I was like, should I go outside or should I stay here?
It's so weird because I was in the same class and I didn't sew anything.
Ah ouais? So yeah. So ouais, en fait, il y a des gens ils sont captés, des gens ils sont pas captés.
I remember when she took his stuff and
yes.
you started to scream, but I don't remember when she told
yes.
you like after school you will see.
No, and then she took the chair and bam, she took it, and then she closed the door. Schlag. Woohoo! Super language. So yeah, she did that, and so from this day, she was my enemy. Oh my god. And like every day she came to see me and she started to scream, hey, you wanna fight? And I was like, come on girl, I don't wanna fight with you. I don't want any trouble, just leave me alone. And so she was like, oh, you know what, you are not confident and stuff like that. Look at your outfit, look at your hair. So yeah, you have to know in France when you are different, this is the big trouble for you. Like everyone can make joke even of your hairstyle, like, hey, that's my hair. And so yeah, she was making fun of my hairstyle, of my outfit, the way I walk, like I don't know what's wrong with her. So yeah, that was a pretty bad memory of middle school. So when I get to high school, Oh yeah, I forgot. So yeah, that was a pretty bad memory of middle school. And then I was like in another room. Yeah, I'm always in the room. So then yes, like a group of guys, that was boys, and they were friends with this girl. So the problem is that those guys, they saw me like that, blah blah blah. I was little, I wasn't really confident. So they came and they was like, hey, you have a problem with this girl? I'm not gonna say her name. And then I was like no, I don't have any problem. So, and then they say, you know what? It's okay. After the school, when the school end up, like, we will wait you at the entrance, of the middle school. I was so scared, so I went outside, and this, je sais pas si tu te rappelles. So I was walking, I didn't see nobody, so I was like, hey, finally nobody. And so when I arrived like in the entrance of a square to go back home, I saw this guy, and he came behind me. Balayette. If I do that, it's because I have some lipstick on my tooth.
You tried to pull her down.
Yeah, he tried to pull me down, and I was on the floor. Like, en un claquement de doigts, je me suis retrouvée par terre. That was so bad. That was so bad. So I was like, yo, and I tried to get up and the fire, right? And tried to fight the guy, but he was like, very baraki. So yeah,
Very strong.
yeah, he was very strong.
He's stuck.
He's stuck, man. So yes, and like they fight me. I was so sad. I was so sad.
Why are you laughing? It's not even funny.
I was so sad.
It's not funny. You're sad.
Whatever. I went back to home, and then I decided to say everything to my mom. to my parents. So my dad he was like, he was like, oh, who's this guy? You know him? Tomorrow I'm gonna see and talk to him. And I was like, no, it's okay. Oh, and then when I was in my room, I was like, oh my God, what did I do? So yes, I shouldn't tell them, because like now there will be more and more problems. So he went. So my dad tomorrow for school, he came with me, and he decided to go and see the director of the middle school. So from this moment, I was like always, I was like, I have to say it in French because this is much better. On dirait une détraquée. On dirait j'étais suivie par la police. I was always sous surveillance. J'étais toujours sous surveillance.
Under
Il y avait
security.
tout, ouais. Like, it's like I have like all my bodyguards around me. I had like the teacher always walking with me. If I want to go to the toilet, I was like, can I go to the restroom? And I have always to have somebody with me. So that was bad. So that was the end of the middle school. Yeah, I was graduated from middle school, whatever, and then I get to high school. So my style started to change, and so the people that was the same thing. They wasn't open-minded at all. Like, that was bad. And when they discovered that I went to New York, like, they was like, oh, Jasmine, you went to New York. Oh, that's great. Oh, you can come, and eat. We can eat together and stuff like that. So
Now
I
you
was
want
like,
me, bitch?
yeah, now you want me, bitch. And I was like, oh, yes. Like, what are you doing, Jasmine? I was happy to have friends. Youhou, I have friends. So then,
Finally!
ouais, finally, franchement, c'était pas trop tôt, hein. So then, yes, I was like with them, but we had a test, an English test. So I was good in English, and I have a good accent compared to the other people in my class. So I was like, oh yeah, we have a test. I learned all my lesson and I have something in my eyes. But then, yes, and there was like the people who didn't talk to me from the middle school to the high school. They were like, oh, we have a test. hey, let's be together. You can help me. They was asking for response. I was like, no, I'm not gonna give you like you don't talk to me like you every day. You're like getting on me. So why should I just give you the answers of the question? From this moment, fight at the end of school again and again. Like, yo guys, what's wrong with you? So yeah, that was my first year at in high school. But the second year at high school, that was awesome. So yeah, I started to have like real friends, you know. So I'm gonna take a few minutes in this video to just say the petit big up, whatever. So I had a new friend, I mean, not a new one, but like she was with me at the middle. And this girl, she was friends with another girl, crazy girl, and her name, she always talk Korean, and her name is Samya. So yes, she's just here. And I have new other friend. She's a mixed girl, half Senegalese, African, and half French. Her name is Candice. Oh, they was good. And yes, je pense que c'était les seuls amis que j'avais.
My only friends.
My only friend,
Candice and Samuel.
Yeah, from this friend, we like create, our team. So from this, we met new other friends. But those friends that was they are really, really good. The real one.
And you real one, you didn't give me gifts from America.
Since the end of the of school, to now, I always like back and forth, New York, Paris, New York. So like every freaking year, like 2 to 3 times a year, I went to New York. I really love the city, And yes, so we're going to leave the school on the side and talk about New York. So how can you live between Paris and New York? When you love a city, even if the price is like $1 billion for the ticket, you buy it and you just go to the city. Like seriously. So first time I went over there, that was awesome. Like, I'm finally in New York. So the first time you go in New York, like you are so, oh my God, everything is beautiful. But then, this is like a routine. Like, this is New York. Okay, it's New York, you have all the big buildings, you have Times Square, the red stairs, but this is normal for me. So yeah, whatever. Like the two first time I went to New York, I was just chilling, But then I started to be like serious. I met new people, I had new friends in New York. A little big up for Samantha and Casey, love you. And then that was good because I start to work on my stuff. When I have a hobby, when I like something, I just don't take it like a hobby, For me, it's not just this. For me, if you like something, you have to do it like this is your job. You want to do something, you would like something, just do it. Like, just make your dreams come true. And yeah, so I don't know for all of you guys if you really know what I do, but I sing, I do modeling, and I also do acting. So yes, when I was in France, I took some few classes, like I did some 4.5 years of theater, and then I started to be more focused on the music. So my first time on the stage was at Village Underground. This is very famous, and this is where Mariah Carey started her career, and where she was discovered, whatever. So yes, my first time was at Village Underground, as I told you, and the music I usually sing, the kind of music I usually sing is, soul, blues, usually very much of jazz, but now I'm just trying to change it as, pop music, R&B, hip hop and stuff like that. So yes, I start my premier pas in this world of Village Underground. So then after that, I met some people of the world music. I'm actually working with them, and I met like new famous people, but I cannot tell you their name because I'm still working on this kind of project, and like I just can't say their name because they are like, this is too personal, and I just cannot. So yes, and I still working on music. I went back to Village Underground a second time, and then I had the audition of Apollo Theater in Harlem. That was awesome. Like this is stunning. Like before you go to Apollo, you have to send a video, and like this is just an audition. So I sent my video, and I had the first answer, and now I'm waiting for having the competition. So I'm pretty excited. What's only dropped. À part la musique, I do modeling. This is so good. Like I worked with different agencies in New York. I am a plus size model, new generation, you know, and that's good. Like that's very good. You like, people are very open-minded in New York, and you know, in France, if you say I'm a plus size model, what they will say? Really? Yes, really. So yes, I'm a plus size model, and I am happy with that. So you know, I did some very many photo shoots in New York. I worked with different photographers in New York, also with the company CBH Model Management, this very famous company in New York, but also in Paris. So yes, that was good, and I'm still working on new project and having new one. What about acting? I took some class, and I'm about to take new classes at the Juilliard School, and this is good. Like this is very good. Now we are in the studies thing. Where I studied in France, in Paris at University d'Oro, and that was that was good. I studied literature, English, and arts. What can I say? This is good, but this is not my word. You know, I don't really like it, so I changed to study this year in New York. So I will study journalism and arts and languages, because I would like to keep studying languages, because I speak different languages as Chinese, Arabic, French, Spanish, a bit of Italian I just started thanks to Candice, you know. I'm about to study to learn Russian and Hebrew. Did I say Spanish and English? Yes, Spanish, English, and French. You know, I'm a multi-language. Arts, what about arts? Acting, I really love acting. So yes, I keep continue hesitating to take classes at Juilliard or at the New York Film Academy. This is a dream. This is very like, this is the most reputable school in New York. So that is good. And yeah, so I have some new project, and I really hope it will work. I will say that if you want to do something, just do it. What can I say? I am totally in peace with myself, in peace with my environment. I have my friends, my real friends, not these haters, and you guys, and yes, I'm talking to you guys, hater. I really you really have the chance to, I'm gonna say it in French because most of you guys are French. So vous avez vraiment la chance que je vous cite dans ma vidéo. Vraiment la chance. So whatever. So yes, now I have my circle of friends, real one, and I have my project, my life, and that's it. So you guys, if you want to do something, you just have to do it. And if I can say 3 things, just be determined, optimistic, and positive. Like, even if something is bad, don't make it a big deal, because it's already a big deal. So change a negative thing to a positive stuff. So yeah, that's it. This is the end of my story time. So if you guys enjoyed my video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, I really push you to give me a thumbs up too, and leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, my Instagram. I will leave everything below, and yeah, see you in the next video. Love you guys.